Saturday morning, Force of Will pack cracking time. Don't have that many packs left to crack. Probably next weekend I will not be, just this weekend. Let's crack 8 packs of 7 Kings, and then I'll crack 6 packs of Return of the Dragon Emperor. By now, I'm really looking for specific rulers that I would like to crack, and then I don't know. I think I'm going to crack more 7 Kings and 2 Twilight Wanderer for staples. But pretty soon I'm going to start going to singles and start building shells of the decks in the cube, in the mega cube. So I got to get going with the decks. That's what I really want to do. I was doing a little bit of strategizing this morning. And yeah, staples and get serious about the specific builds. And by staples I mean really like Cheshire Cat, Severing Winds, Ruler's Memoria, the Stones, very nice pull. And by staples I mean lots of commons that I have, but I'll need playsets for the various decks. The Holy Grail is all 60 rulers. I'm not sure I can pull that off. I think I can pull off half of them. And if I do half, I'll be happy. Oh, nice. I think I should put the stones right here. I think that's an uncommon foil. Yeah, these are Belgian packs. I can tell because of the foiling. Yeah, the foiling always gives the Belgian packs away. I really like it actually. It's very nice. Very nice foiling. Let's put the scissors over there. Get a little system going. I hope to crack at least 1 ruler out of these. I know 7 Kings has 10 rulers. So maybe 1 out of 8 packs. I think that would be a good ratio. I've already piloted or thought about machines. Either with the SKL Machina or the BFA Machina, and I've also piloted shadows from Twilight Wanderer. So pretty soon I'm going to start getting more serious about the various shells of the decks. Very nice. Look at how pretty that is. Now, of course, a lot of these cards, I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in decks. Some of these super pretty cards may just end up in a presentation book. We shall see. It's early days. I really want to take my time. I'm going to get a little busy at work, but I still believe that during the weekends I can continue working on this cube. And so if I can do that, the fact that I have busy work weeks should be transparent. It should not really matter for this specific endeavor. Yeah, some people stick to only the first 2 clusters when they do what is slowly becoming old school Force of Will, just Grimm and Alice. But I really like to add Lapis into the mix. I think it does a lot for the decks, even if the frames are different, which is sort of like not coherent. When you look at a deck, there's these cards with this frame and these cards with this other frame. Very nice. Persephone. And a foil. Of course, nice Belgium foil. I really like these Belgium foils. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe go run through chronologically and start building shells 1 set at a time. So Crimson Moon, Twilight, 2 Towers, Moon Priestess, and then move over to Alice. But knowing that there are all these other future sets that are included, so I think I'm going to have to do a staples roundup. Of course, I'm going to need lots of sleeves because even if I build 30 decks, which I think is doable even with the current cards that I have, 30 decks with 40 cards plus 12 stones, that's 52, 30 times 52, it's a little over 1,500 cards. So that by itself is already a load of sleeves. Now many of the cards I already have, and many of them are already sleeved. So I'm already, I think I'm really kind of halfway there right now. I think if I sat down and I said, okay, I'm done, I'm only going to build with what I have. I think I have about 15 rulers that I can do, but the staples are holding me back. I think I have enough staples for a 15 ruler battle box, but I would like to take it up to 30. Don't know what I want to do about the wingman theme, but there's all these little themes that were in the cards that were never really developed by anybody. They're not competitive, but definitely in a homebrew like this are completely doable. Knights of the Round Table, of course, definitely beasts are doable. Oh yeah, nice. I love these stuff. Oh, beautiful foil. Look at that. Love it. Man, that is so pretty. Very nice. Love these cards, man. But yeah, I think that is what I want to do. I want to do two parallel processes. One of the lanes of the process is going to have staples gathering, how many severing winds, how many Cheshire Cats, how many rulers Memoria, then a few of the other major staples. How are my dual stones doing? That's a lane that I can get started on right now. Independent of cracking packs. I think I want to do that beginning in June, since I don't have that much money. I think I have $20 left in all of May to spend. So yeah, and then the second lane, which is also parallel. Oh great, Guiver. Even though it's an uncommon, I gotta get a boatload of this guy. I'm gonna buy singles just because I want to have many decks to have access to the Turbo Wyver shell. And so besides the staples, then I need so ruler shells. So ruler shells is one lane, and then parallel to that lane is staple gathering. And then with that, at the end of those two, every now and then, I'll be able to put together a deck, and then say, okay, this is kind of like, this is this deck. It's not complete, but it's almost there. So for the 52 cards that I need for that deck, maybe a good stable shell will be like 40 cards, including the stones. And then I'll be missing some stones, I'll be missing some staples, maybe missing some cards for the shell, but at least I'll have them in some level of completion. You know, like Alice's one-drop soldiers is a good one. Another staple. So yeah, I think I want to do that, but I want to get going. Even though I love pack cracking, at some point the benefit of the pack crack goes down, and you really are just building up your bulk and not making progress. And this is cube making time. So here's a beautiful ruler. I already have it, so I don't really need this ruler for the builds for the cube. This will go into a nice book. I'm really looking for Seven Kings Prussia, which it's going to take me probably a while to crack, but because I want to get a lot of staples out of Seven Kings, I think it is doable to crack a Prussia, SKL Prussia out of packs. But if I don't do it, I'll just get the single. It's not a super expensive single. I'm really only missing Crimson Girl from TAT, Alhamat from Return of the Dragon Emperor. Actually, it's really only Crimson Girl from TAT and LEL Lumia. Those are the two $20 plus rulers that I don't have into the cube. That's it. That's the only thing that I'm missing. Another staple. Yeah. So we cracked a ruler, but it's one that's more like in the decorative department than in the functional deck building department for the cube. Same here. These are beautiful cards. I don't know how many of these I'm going to include in the cube builds themselves, which are permanent builds for the future. So these are pretty good selection of cards. A few staples. That's what Seven Kings really gives me. Yeah, at some point, if I don't pull Seven Kings Prussia, I'm getting a lot of this guy, but as singles at some point for the cube, because a lot of decks are going to have a playset of Guivers. I'm just going to put them in. But yeah, if I don't crack Prixia from Seven Kings, I'll just go and get it. Just get another copy. All right, so that's the Seven Kings 8 packs.